You're listening to For Better and Worse with Jess and Rach. Are you ready?
What part are we on?
What pod are we on?
Yeah, I've done a lot. This is my third pod this week.
Yes.
So.
Welcome to Pardon My Take with Rachel and Josh.
It's not, but okay.
I don't know if that's a copyright infringement or not. Is it? You think?
Yes, 100%.
Joshua, something very big this week has happened for you and for Jess, some are saying. The Certified Lover Boy album has dropped. Have you had enough time to listen through? Have you done a full album listen? I haven't checked in with you on this. I've been gone. I've been working.
We've done the full album listen.
Okay.
We're fans.
Are you fans?
Yeah, I saw a comment somewhere that somebody said it sounds like an AI robot made a Drake album. It's just the most Drake sounding Drake album that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like it. There's some hits on there. So
what are the hits? Because I feel like I haven't gotten to. I feel like what's been happening with the Billie Eilish album as well is like they're long songs, and there are aspects of songs that I'm like, if they play this on the radio, are they just going to play this half? Because some is long, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't remember what the first track on the Drake.
First track.
Yeah.
Champagne Problems?
Champagne Problems stands out to me.
No, that's not Champagne Problems. That is a Taylor Swift. Champagne Poetry.
Champagne Poetry. Yeah. That's way more Drake than Champagne. Yeah. Oh, Champagne Problems could be a Drake song also.
It also could be, but it is a Taylor Swift song. Mm-hmm. But it is nice because, you know, he's Champagne Poppy. And you know the second track is Poppy's Home.
Yes.
So they're Champagne Poppy.
Oh.
Babe,
I didn't realize that.
Babe, I'm in it. My only problem is when Drake calls himself a lesbian. I don't like that.
It's not that I don't like it.
When that song came on, I said, this is a little problematic.
I don't get it.
You don't get why it's a problem?
I don't get why he's calling himself a lesbian.
Yeah, I don't either.
It makes no sense in the song.
It doesn't. I think it just kind of discredits women that love women as a sexuality. But, you know.
You think he's so straight, he's a gay woman?
That's his claim.
Okay.
So you heard it here first.
Process.
Yeah, I don't think there was a thought process also. And I think, you know, we are where we are. Mm-hmm. So you're a fan. Just blanket statement fan.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.1 out of 10.
Okay. But you haven't hit like your favorite song. Like
No, I need to give it another
The Take Care album changed you and shaped you, and you could probably recite it all.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah.
We're not at that level yet.
No, God, no, not with Certified Lover Boy.
Not yet.
No.
But it was much awaited for.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He put the heart in his hair, so he's really been waiting for it.
I don't get that, but
so there's a lot that you don't get about Drake, but you stan for him.
We love Drake, yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't get why he there's an aspect to Drake to where people think that he grooms girls.
Oh yeah, I don't like that either. I've heard that.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
part of Drake.
Maybe let's not say. Maybe jury's still out, but as far as we know, fan of his music.
Fan of his music, huge fan of his music.
Okay.
But he might be grooming Millie Bobby Brown. So
okay,
we don't know.
I have heard that. We don't love that. We don't like that.
No, we hate that.
You know, child stars, grooming child stars. You know, when will the cycle break? But another thing, a thing that has brought me immense joy that I'm shocked you didn't jump on the pod to say right away is I'm a sports fan now. I'm a sports fan.
Yes, you are. Welcome to the world of F1.
Oh my God. Can we just talk about that?
Yeah.
Well, you say it.
It's a fantastic sport. It's my my second favorite sport ever to exist.
Really?
Yeah, after football, it's number 2 for sure, easily. The drama, the passion from the fans, the circuits. Monaco.
I want it. I want to live it.
Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc is proof that I'm a true blue bisexual woman because Charles can get it.
And he's a white dude.
And he's another white dude. Strikes again, but what are you going to get in F1? Okay. Yeah. The racial
it stops at like Lewis Hamilton and like
in the Japanese driver
this year that we're not privy to yet.
We're not privy to. Oh, and Alex Albon.
Alexander.
Ty.
It's probably actually, yeah. There's a lot of
I feel like in
Spanish.
racing, but it's like getting to F1 is a bit hard. But
oh yeah.
But for those of you that don't know and aren't privy and haven't listened to me talking about Formula One before, it's like, I can't even say it's like NASCAR, but there are cars involved. I wouldn't do it a disservice to call it NASCAR.
No, it's not NASCAR. It's 100% not NASCAR.
No, it's like rich people that drive Ferraris in their free time, racing around a track.
It's like
in a dragon.
Nope.
It's
like if NASCAR and like a charcuterie board and wine had a baby.
Oh my God, what a visual. And I agree completely with that.
And that baby hated its dad, who's NASCAR. That's F1.
That's F1, babe. And I just like, well, it's a Netflix series. So if you're going to get me into any sport, make it a Netflix series, please. I could be a Browns fan if they made it a Netflix series.
Hard Knocks. They were on Hard Knocks, HBO.
I don't know what that is, but babe, honestly, it's your fault for not putting me onto that sooner.
True.
Get me on the TV.
Building the Browns. Emmy Award winning, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Josh, you're not obsessed or anything. But these races, these Grand Prix, as they're known, are happening every weekend right now.
Yeah.
I've been waking up at basically the crack of dawn. Not really, but to watch these, and I'm thrilled. And you feel this way every game day?
Oh, for the Browns, that feeling you have multiplied by, I don't know, let's say 150.
No way possible, because I was jumping up and down. I was almost twerking. I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was so close.
You watch qualies and you watch the full race.
I am into it, and I love it, and highly recommend to everyone and anyone. It's my new sport. I'm a sports girl. And for those wondering, I am for Team Ferrari.
But who's in first?
Max Verstappen right now.
Ain't no stopping.
Which we love to see it. Yeah. I mean, we just love to see someone new on top. Laura is a Lewis Hamilton stan.
Bit problematic on the circuit,
but we are where we are. But as far as teams go, I will be buying Ferrari merch.
I would love that.
I will.
Ferrari merch? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a Ferrari hat?
I won't be wearing the hat, but I have been seeing some cute little like tracksuits situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a velour tracksuit, but for a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how great my ass would look in one of those.
I mean, it would look tops.
Thank you.
It would look fantastic.
But Josh, thank you for coming on the pod. I know we're going through some Monday scaries. It is Labor Day, and you have work.
Yeah, we're not ready for this work week.
No.
And we definitely have a case of the Monday scaries.
Yes. What's that like, though?
It's just heightened anxiety, becoming prepared, not feeling you're not prepared, rather, for your
What
work
do you have
week.
to prepare for? It's like you go there and you work, right?
Yeah.
Like you go there and it happens.
If you don't know what the Monday or Sunday scaries are, it's impossible to explain. You'd have to experience them.
Like I get like kind of like pre-wedding scaries sometimes.
Yeah. I think there's just like an over-encompassing word for that, and it's just like general anxiety disorder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, unmedicated.
Yep.
Man in our midst.
There's freebasing anxiety over here.
Well, and here we are on the couch, hopefully anxiety-free.
Yep. Nope, but we're here.
Okay, but we're here, and you're happy?
Oh, yeah. I'm with you, so.
Oh, you're sweet. So today, Josh, we wanted to talk a little bit about, because hopefully, guys, I won't be known as like the divorced girl forever, right? So maybe we won't fully ever reach the end of my content there, but Josh, we've been talking about engagement rings. We've been talking about weddings lately. Like, I'll marry you, maybe.
Yeah, you've said that.
Insanity. Truly wild. So I'm here to just try to milk my divorce with you while it's still relevant. Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready. Are these questions? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna have the questions kind of like spark this conversation a little bit. And then we're gonna play those little best self card games at the end if we need more to talk about. Let's see. Here's a good intro one. What is the scariest thing about dating someone who has gone through a divorce?
Probably the ex dropping off kitchen utensils at their house.
That's the scariest thing?
That's one of the scariest things.
What is the fear there for you?
It's just such a strange move. And if you're willing to do that strange of a move, I don't know what else you're willing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need your immersion blender back. And we definitely don't need it dropped off at 11 o'clock at night.
No. You're right.
You know?
Yeah. So just maybe like unpredictability.
Unpredictability,
of the situation.
Yeah, yeah. But seriously, probably, is it the scariest, they said?
Yeah. And you can go back to 2 years ago, you know?
Yeah. The scariest thing for me going into it probably had to be just that fear of, like, you did a wedding with somebody, you had a wedding, you got married, the fear that maybe, because you don't have a wedding, you don't get married with somebody you don't have feelings for, that maybe there's a chance that something rekindles that relationship.
Yeah, that is actually a question. Someone said, at the beginning, did you ever think that Rach would work it out with Dave and leave you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't get divorced for no reason, so
yeah, no,
I was just kind of holding on to that, like,
yeah.
And it was, let's be honest, I mean, you kind of got shitty a little bit.
Things got shitty.
Yeah, things got shitty for a little bit there.
Well, I mean, right at the beginning of our relationship,
and I was consoling you and saying, oh, but in the corner by myself, I was kind of doing a little fist pump, like, yeah, keep fucking up, Dave, idiots.
Every time you'd like piss me off.
Yeah.
Things get ugly. And that was the thing. Like, I really didn't want things to get ugly. And I think even at the beginning of mine and your relationship, part of me, it wasn't necessarily a hope, but part of me kind of thought that, like, Dave would still be in my life in a certain capacity. And it became very clear that was not going to happen at all.
No.
And I think
you both needed a clean break.
Yeah. I always think it's funny because certain people tell me, like, they see him around town or this and that. And I'm like, the simulation doesn't even want that storyline anymore for me. Like,
the multiverse.
I have not. They're done. Whatever aliens are watching us and whatever artificial intelligence has created this world that we live in, they don't even want to see that storyline anymore. They don't care for us to run into each other.
You lost funding for that show.
I did. I totally lost funding. It was too sad in the end, and it didn't get picked up by the writers again. But happy to be on a show with you. Truly.
Welcome. Yeah.
Okay. This is speaking of us. Speaking of our chapter, our new sitcom. This person wants to hear our first basement date in high school from your point of view.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
They don't?
I don't think that's necessary.
But do you remember?
Of course I do, yeah.
I think it is necessary. I want to know.
Okay.
17, 18-year-old Josh Pridemore.
Yeah.
Going to a girl's house.
Yeah. Listen, if I was texting you, I'm freaking Rico Suave. If I'm next to you in person, I clam up like a nerd at Comic-Con. Yeah. Basically.
That's accurate.
So yeah, I rolled up in like my Chevy Venture to Rachel's mom's house. I think I might have ripped a bowl of some type of substance that teenagers use.
Yeah.
We went inside, we watched a little bit of The Office, I think, on your very small couch. And just thigh to thigh got the blood flowing.
Got the blood flowing in the thighs only.
Oh, yeah. Thighs it was only? Just my thigh, my right outside thigh touching your left outside thigh. And that was too much for me.
It was?
Yes.
Well, and he did not speak. Like, maybe a few words. And it was shocking. All
yes and no's.
Yeah.
You weren't getting anything out of me.
Nope. And then I think it was like we didn't really talk again for like another year. And I think like my senior year, end of senior year, we tried talking again.
I do remember leaving your house thinking I nailed it. So,
And in a way you did. You left
Yeah.
an impression for sure.
I was like, fucking nailed that.
Why? Because you didn't like puke
I don't
or
know.
or cry?
I don't know.
Just like you survived it.
I survived it. Yeah, yep.
Man.
The bar was low for me.
For your expectations for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But here we are now.
Mm-hmm.
We love that. Okay. Another question that was asked is advice on how to help the stress and anger the one going through a divorce is dealing with. Like, how do you feel like for someone else if you were giving advice to your friend who is dating someone who is going through a divorce?
I think it depends on how soon the divorce happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like if like our situation, it was fresh, which I would not recommend to anybody.
No.
Because I think we have a special situation and a circumstance that not a lot of divorcees would have.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think moving on right into a relationship can be unhealthy. So I think...
Yeah. Because meaning like our unique situation was like I was separated and wasn't living with my ex for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But because of our business, like I postponed the paperwork process for that 6 months until Josh and I started the paperwork process. Josh and I went on a date. So like it wasn't like we broke up, got in a fight, and 2 weeks later you and I were on a date. It was like we were over and we're not dating or married, like living together. So, but then it was
then it felt too soon
because the paperwork brought up all these emotions that weren't there before paperwork started.
So I would say let the dust settle first and foremost.
You like get fully divorced, probably.
Yeah, let them get fully divorced.
I remember bringing that up to you, right?
But also not to cut you off, but be there for that person if you genuinely care about them. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to immediately jump into the deep end.
What I was saying is, I remember saying like, we don't have to do this right now. Like we can wait. Mm-hmm. Like this, if this is too much and you wanted to power through it, why is that?
Because I love you.
You loved me then at that moment?
Yeah, I've loved you since I saw you in those blue sweatpants in high school. Yes.
Oh my God, the sweatpants were doing it for you.
They did it for me.
And so it was just, you saw an ass in blue sweatpants and you were like, I want that.
In love, yeah.
Just in love?
Yeah.
In love with an ass in blue sweatpants?
Yeah. We were probably painting some type of canvas.
Yes.
This was before the board gave you concussion. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Shout out, what's his name?
Timmy Shrewsbury. Damn.
Kid who wore the belt buckles.
And for those of you that don't know mine and Josh's story, we were in play production class together, making sets for the theater program.
Yep. For Miss Kaplan.
And we were taking down a set one day, and a 2x4 fell on my head, and I was taken to the emergency
Rachel
room.
was that girl that everybody was looking at through the windows, being wheeled into the ambulance.
And Josh was laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you really loved me. Mm-hmm. Really concerned.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Young love.
Yeah.
But was there anything you felt like you did in that moment, or like advice you'd give about like helping manage other people's stress in that moment? Like
what moment?
Me getting divorced.
Oh,
like
yeah.
At those times.
Well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen with a divorce. There's so many complexities within divorce and so many variables. There could be like a kid situation. There's financial situations. Mm-hmm. So it's so complex. Situations are completely different from one another.
Yeah. Something I felt like you did a really good job of is like you never made it about you. Like you never made like me crying over like what was going on, like a reflection on you. Like I feel like we were like from the start of our relationship, we've had really good communication, I think. And so there were times where you've said like, I want to make this about me, or I feel like I'm feeling this way, but I know it's not about that. And you were able to kind of acknowledge that. But I think like there's so many complexities that go on with the divorce, like beyond like heartbreak of a breakup. It's just complicated, and it's hard to explain to people that aren't going through it. And it's one of those things that like I think you have to understand that you're not going to understand.
No.
And you said that many times.
Yeah, and it's just leaning on, I mean, if we're speaking from the divorcee's, perspective, leaning on your family, maybe your friends you have, not putting all of it on one person.
Yeah, on your like new partner.
Yeah.
Your new thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's totally true. This is good. I feel like we can both answer this question. What is your advice for people who love someone who has experienced trauma?
Not every day is going to be like a great day, because that trauma can come back up really at any point. And understanding that, maybe the way they're feeling or acting might not be something that you did specifically.
Right.
And not getting upset with them over that.
Yeah.
And really, I think that's where communication comes into play.
Yeah.
And talking about it.
You have come such a long way in your life. Do you ever think that? Do you ever say something you're like, I'm wise?
I know
my life experience.
Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah, I think because obviously Josh dealt with my like divorce trauma. Like, would you say you have trauma?
Oh yeah.
Are you part of the trauma tribe? Yeah. And I think like a lot of it, one, we're lucky because there are times where we've talked about communication, but I feel like we have always wholeheartedly wanted to communicate with each other.
Yeah, and
that has been a deep desire for both of us.
Yeah, and that stems from seeing relationships or being in relationships with bad communication.
Yes.
And knowing that's not what I want, or probably you want either.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like you and I have always had a very open line of trauma communication, even when it comes at strange times, like on our first date, your second date in the middle of a movie
after seeing
theater.
The Joker.
Yeah, that, no better time to get real, like after the Joker, Okay, Josh, are you ready to get into Enneagrams a bit for a sec?
Sure. I'm not great at them, but yes.
Well, I think you could speak on your own.
Okay.
As a 6, how do you cope with silence from your partner? I'm assuming this comes from a fellow 6.
Silence?
Yeah. Like if I were to give you the silent treatment.
Yeah. Oh, like
if we got in a fight and I was like, we're not talking.
Oh, I wouldn't do well with it at all.
No. But does that ever happen?
Yeah. So I would not do well with it. And I'd also, I would talk so much that you would just get more mad. So.
I would say though, you are more of the retreater. We don't argue. We don't get into bad arguments too much. But no, you wouldn't do well.
I would try to figure out what's wrong. Let me fix it. I need to fix it now. Because I don't like whatever is happening.
Especially if you feel like it's your fault.
Yes.
You have to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But I don't give the silent treatment intentionally. The only time I feel like I'm silent in anger is if my brain stops processing what's happening.
Yeah.
Like when my brain is like, you can't talk. Or if I'm getting triggered and I'm like being brought into a flashback and PTSD takes over a little bit. But overall.
But that's the most dangerous point for me because you're loading up ammunition and you're coming up with points and things to say. It gets very dangerous.
You don't like having a well-spoken girlfriend, do you?
It's hard.
It's hard?
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's hard.
Yeah. It's awesome if you and I ever have to fight someone else together.
Or if you have to send a plate of food back at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And stand up for me in that sense.
I will do that.
Yeah, I know.
But you never would?
No.
Really?
God, no.
Your family owns restaurants.
I know.
You come from a family of diner owners.
Yep. Support your local diner.
You should. This is a question I'm very excited to hear you answer, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is a red flag you see in other men in relationships?
Ooh.
This is a good one.
Oh. A red flag that I see in other guys in relationships.
Yes.
I don't want to out the boys here.
But you
I don't want
gotta.
to out the fellas here.
But you gotta provide perspective
Um.
for FB and Dubs commune.
Yeah. A red flag. I don't. Because when you say red flag, it's like.
Josh, let me set the scene for you, babe.
Okay.
We are on the couch, right?
Yeah.
With one of my pals who's just gone on a date. Okay. We're drinking wine. We're gabbing with the gals. And they bring up something. And it makes you go, ooh, girl. Something makes you go, ooh, girl. Red flag.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have the male inside perspective on what that red flag probably means.
On a small scale, it's, it might be surrounded around the phone if they're keeping their phone flipped over a lot, or they're always checking their phone on the first date. Larger scale, how he treats, if you're at like a nice dinner, how he treats the staff.
Oh, yeah.
How he treats people, who might be serving him. How he's interacting with others that, maybe aren't you. Maybe he's trying to impress you by being like the cool guy.
Yeah.
Probably that sort of thing.
Yeah. And okay, further than that, in relationships.
In a long-term relationship.
Yeah, like behaviors that you might see in men. Or women. We don't have to specifically gender it.
Yeah, so I think not resolving fights and just breezing over them.
Babe, that's a really good one.
Yeah, so maybe you have an argument with your significant other, and then, you guys aren't talking to each other for 45 minutes an hour, and the next thing you guys talk about is where you want to have dinner that night.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Because you're both just kind of accepting the fact that the fight happened, we're not resolving it, and we're moving forward.
And we're building it up for
and
the
we're
next
building
fight.
it up for the next fight. And then, 4, 5, 6 fights down the line, it could be the one that, something serious might happen, or you both are just like, fuck this.
Yeah. I think like really it's the cycle of like continually hurting each other, which is like truly just like continuously traumatizing each other.
Yeah.
That.
And just accepting it and moving on.
Right. Hard.
No bueno.
No, absolutely no buenos to be had there. I think one for me and one that you and I talked about right at the beginning, because Josh comes from a long line of dysfunctional relationships. Is that fair to be said?
Yeah, I've seen my fair share.
Seen your fair share of dysfunction, right? And I think with that came like the normalizing of swearing at one another.
Right. Yeah.
In
more
that
specific, derogatory,
like calling someone a bitch.
Yeah, or shut your cocksucker.
Shut your cocksucker?
Yeah, that's one that sticks out to me from my childhood. But
what is a cocksucker specifically?
Your mouth.
Oh my god!
Yes. My dad said that to my ex-stepmom.
A lot?
On more than one occasion, yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I guess I've always pictured like a cocksucker being a person. Like you call someone like a son of a bitch or a cocksucker.
It's like their whole being.
I've never like imagined like a cocksucker being a mouth.
Yeah. It's innovative, but
that was something like
just say shut your pie hole.
Yeah, or just please stop speaking to me in that way. But one of the things, like I set a lot of ground rules from the jump. Because you were telling me about like your past relationships and like how things would get thrown.
Oh yeah.
And Oh my God. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I can remember plates going. I can remember broken plates, spaghetti on the wall. This was a very specific instance one night in the Wyndham Projects that I remember. The same night that my dad said that to my stepmom.
It's ingrained in your brain forever.
It was a bad one. And she was like choking him out from behind.
Okay.
It was a lot.
So, Josh, we laugh, but that was very traumatizing.
Yeah.
Sorry you went through that.
To touch on the trauma we talked about earlier, that's a little bit of it.
We're a little traumatized. But even in your past relationship, like with your ex, because you were in a long-term relationship before me, you had mentioned that you and her would like yell and call each other names.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And when you were telling me that, I'm like, that is absolutely off limits. Because to me, like the foundation of a relationship has to be built on honesty, but also respect. And I think like if you can't respect each other in an argument, you don't truly respect each other at all. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't respect each other when shit is going wrong, then like what is even happening?
Very insightful.
Thank you.
Where'd you read that? The Art of War by Sun Tzu?
Yes, actually, probably one of my favorite reads, but at bedtime. So I think those are really big red flags for me for relationships in general, when people can fight and like swear at each other.
Yeah, I would say physical abuse is a big red flag.
When Josh and I started dating, I was like, what are your deal breakers? And I've got like a list of probably 25 things, right?
Yeah,
of like, you know, for very minute things to like big things. And Josh was like, don't cheat on me and please don't hit me. And I was like,
that's the list.
That's like just, I think like baseline normalcy in a relationship.
You would think, but
yeah, you would hope. I think my thing was like, it was really sad to me that those were your experiences with relationships. Like that's fine. You had little to no expectation for a relationship.
No.
Do you feel like you have more expectations for our relationship now than you did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm learning a lot.
Every day.
I really am. I mean, not every day, but there's, specific instances and things that I pick up here and there. Like we had a little bit of an argument this past week, I think.
Oh, do we have a stupid fight of the week?
I don't know if it was stupid. I honestly can't remember what it was about.
Okay, that doesn't make me feel very good.
But you said we don't, oh gosh, what did you say? You said we don't, something about a problem. We don't fight problems.
I'm just waiting for you to get there, man.
No, we're going to cut this part until I figure it out.
Nope.
What?
This is compliments of Jerry and Shane. Jerry Steinmetz, Ladies and Tangents, anyone. But Jerry has said this to me before. To see a problem as like you guys versus the problem, not you versus each other.
Right.
And that really like was one of those things I'm like, oh yeah. But I was like, that's actually really important and like an amazing piece of advice in general. Like, even if I have a problem with Josh or with his behavior, it's always me and him versus that behavior, not me versus him, because I know.
And because the problem resides within me.
Yeah.
Or the problem I have resides within you.
Right.
It's not me versus you.
Right. And I know even like with the problem in general, it's like, I will help you with that aspect. If, I'm not going to do it for you.
No.
But I will support you as you work through whatever you need to work through.
Very enlightening.
Very enlightening. You liked that one?
Yeah, when I can remember what it is, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should write things down.
Yeah, I need to, yeah.
Yeah. Also, maybe remember what we fought about.
Pass.
Trauma,
That's one of my...
Trauma, immediately forget.
Yeah.
Immediately, never remember.
The brain's a wonderful thing.
Is it?
Yeah, it figured that the way to do that out early on.
Just any hard thing.
Let's just throw that one out.
Oh my God.
By throwing it out, I mean lock it away.
And Josh is looking for a therapist. Please send your recommendations if you have one.
Yes, please.
Seriously.
Honestly, yeah. BetterHelp, sponsor the pod, please.
Are you Instagramming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just curious. Are you bragging about your spotlight?
Yeah, if I'm gonna have anxiety about doing a podcast, I'm gonna post about it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Instagram versus reality.
Get one thing out of it.
Yeah. Were you up front in your Instagram post about like your deep-seated anxiety over this?
Oh no, I'm the coolest cucumber on the planet on the internet.
Yeah. Honestly, he could run a sex phone line and you'd be great at it.
Some would say I have.
Some would say you have.
No.
No. I wonder if it was text sexting, otherwise known as sexting,
Mm-hmm.
you could really do well.
Yeah, like 14, 15-year-old me would have made bank.
14? Just sweet talking the ladies at the age of 14?
Ladies or men. Come
Okay.
one, come all. I'm trying to make a buck here.
We don't discriminate here.
No.
Do we have a bisexual king in our midst?
Easy. It's texting. I mean, I follow the Adam DeMamp rule of gigoloing.
Which is
he pooped in a pizza box for like a 45-year-old dude who paid him to.
Is that a real story?
Yeah.
Or was that
Shout out Workaholics. Yeah.
Is that just Workaholics?
It's just Workaholics.
Oh,
yeah.
it wasn't like a real story
No.
from his life.
No.
Would we just spread Adam DeMamp rumors
No.
all over the internet? Okay. I have a couple of questions that we'll come back to at the end. But we are going to get into our questions from our, what is it called? Best self
Our
deck?
question game,
Our question game.
which we brought on our trip to California.
Actually, this
might
isn't
add.
that. These are different
Oh,
questions.
okay. Still the same kind of thing.
Same concept. We did. And highly would recommend that. These like card decks are super fun. I bought them because we were going to California and we were going to be like, I was like, we're going to be watching TV.
Yeah.
So I was
Just like camping.
yeah, by the fire, having a couple of beers, asking some Q's, getting some A's. And that's what we're going to do here.
I would not recommend dabbling in California marijuana,
California Kush.
California Kush, if you're not like a grizzled toker.
Yeah, you didn't do well.
No.
But he did drop like $150 at the dispensary, only to leave approximately $100 worth of product.
Just
in my
to say I
cousin's
did.
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were loving it, kid in a candy store.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was like of the future in
Yes.
there. It was awesome.
They got it going on over there.
I can't do the cannabis. So, okay. Let me see.
I'll start.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how messy are you to live with?
Emotionally or physically?
Oh, we can go both. I'm sure it'd be right around the same number.
Emotionally, I would say I'm at a strong 1 to 2 until we get to a full-on 12.
Yeah.
So I feel like I am very low maintenance emotionally most of the time. And then it's a full-on breakdown, panic attack, rubbing my back and
Yes. Yeah.
and taking care.
Tears.
Yeah. But on the day-to-day,
Yeah.
I think pretty good, right?
Yeah. I would say 100%.
You don't need to do a whole lot of emotional
No.
caring. No. Physically, Jess has talked about this. I've talked about this.
You got a lot going on.
It got a lot going on and I don't care to clean, but then I start shutting down because things aren't clean. But
And I'm a 6, so I need somebody to help me clean.
yes, it's
a
really bad.
Terribly vicious
Yeah.
cycle.
Because he doesn't want to do like laundry until we can do it together. He doesn't want to clean until we can do it together. And I'm like, I'm never going to make that a priority, but I will have a panic attack
Yeah.
after we live in a certain amount of a state for too long.
Yeah. And then ADHD clean it.
Yep. Then ADHD clean it. So how would you rate yourself?
I think around the same. Yeah.
We're
would say-
compatible.
Yeah, I would say definitely.
We are
around the
mess
same.
compatible.
Yes.
I went the opposite. You know, I was married to someone with OCD and with very extreme cleaning habits, and I hated it. So I'm happy to be where we are.
Yeah.
Even if that means we can't see our floor for a few weeks.
Fine. Who
every
needs a
month.
floor?
Who needs a floor? I appreciate the obstacle.
Yeah.
I think it strengthens our ankles in the
Yeah.
end. Truly,
It
which we
does.
need.
Yeah.
You got to trick
And Herschel
ankle.
loves it.
Herschel does love it. And what wouldn't you do for our cat?
Oh, I'd do everything. I'd die for him.
Me too, probably. Cool. Okay, this is something I'm excited for you to answer. What is your favorite way to receive affection?
My favorite way to receive affection? Oh, that's tough.
It can be boning if it's boning.
Hey, I mean, that's up there for sure. I do love a good bone.
Do you?
Yeah. Probably. Is this like love language?
Sure.
Love language. Probably, I would say gifts.
Okay.
I like receiving gifts.
Okay.
I like receiving and giving them. I think the way you show affection is through touch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. With
Right.
you, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Which I love.
Good.
But sometimes it can be
Like when?
not
Every
enough.
morning?
Is what I was going to say.
Oh,
Not enough.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll up the
Turn
ante.
it up a notch.
I will.
Perfect.
In the morning. Every morning.
Oh God, yes.
I don't give you many gifts, do I?
No,
Oh.
but that's
Are you
okay. You
feeling
give me the gift of
unfulfilled?
joy.
Okay, but would you like more gifts?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody would on planet Earth. Everybody
But I'm
loves
funny
gifts.
because it's like gifts might be my like last.
I think also maybe humor
The gift of humor
is.
is a gift in itself.
It honestly is. I do because I love laughing.
Yeah.
Giving and receiving. I'm bisexual when it comes to comedy. So
It's true. And I got so mad the other day because we were like at Garrett's rehearsal dinner.
yes.
Like I would say I make you laugh every day.
Oh yeah.
Every day,
yeah.
multiple times a day.
Yeah.
But nothing cut me deeper. Nothing has cut me this deep in a while. I'll be honest. Probably since my divorce.
Yeah.
So when you're standing in a group of guys and something very not even that funny happens and you full belly laughed. You full open mouth, step back,
Yeah.
buckled over, laughed.
That's what the boys will
some
get me going. The boys will get me
basic
going.
white guy comedy. And I'm over here.
You're doing
White
you jumping
collar comedy.
jumping through hoops.
Feminist comedy.
Yeah.
Broad city level comedy. And
Yeah.
you give me a chuckle. And
Yeah.
that gets me by until I know what you can do.
Yeah, I exposed myself.
And I looked at you and I was like,
You were shocked. You didn't know that level of laughter came out of this body.
I knew it did, but I thought I really had to work for it. But apparently Garrett gets it for $1.
Yeah, it was probably like a dick and fart joke, I'm sure.
I think it was just them roasting someone else.
Oh, yeah.
A good roasting.
Yeah. Those are always funny.
And it got you. And I got so mad.
Yeah. You pulled me away when we got in the car. That was the first thing you said.
It was. And it still like strikes me.
Yeah.
But I have this theory that like about the sexism that exists in comedy because women on the whole, like if we roast someone, it's seen as being bitchy. And I've always hated that because that was a point of contention actually with mine and Dave's relationship is because he would talk about how banter is so funny and girls just can't banter. They just don't banter. I was like, no, you just think we're being a bitch. Like, I can make fun of your friend for not having a job and it's right, but you think it's bitchy, but if you said it, it would be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't enjoy that.
Thanks for shedding a light on it.
I'm here to shed the light on sexism in comedy.
Here's a light one. What was your favorite date we've ever had?
Oh.
And what made it your favorite?
My favorite date we've ever had. Really hard because more than 1 year. A year and a half of our relationship has been in COVID. So, I guess this isn't really a date, but when we were in California and we had like the wine and cheese and crackers on the beach.
The beach, that one?
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
That was fantastic.
The sun was coming down.
Yeah. It's your profile pic.
Yeah, that was such a good time.
Yeah.
Just alone on a beach. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Then we went to Napa.
Yeah.
In that hot room that got you sick.
My God. Okay. Let's set the scene real quick.
Wonderful vineyard.
Wonderful vineyard. A little inn and a vineyard. Way too expensive. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, when in Cali, right? Also, of course, it's like raining the one day we're in Napa. But we had just been like van camping. And so I'm like, okay, last night we'll stay in Napa. And we go to like Uber to a couple different spots. And
wonderful spots.
Wonderful spots. Get a bottle of wine, bring it back, and it's like cold. So we like crank up the fire.
When you're in like a hotel or any type of setting, you're utilizing all of the electricity, the electronics, the AC. You want to use every little bit. And
especially when you pay $500 a night.
Yeah. So I cranked up the heat and turned on the air or the fireplace.
And then we put the tub on.
Rachel took a hot bath.
And then we put in a soaking tub, which I'm never a big fan. Like, I don't really like hot tubs. I don't understand like slowly boiling yourself alive. It's not something that I enjoy or love too much. But we get in this thing. Also, we had just eaten, and I think didn't I eat? Like, I ate.
We went
too
to
much.
2 places.
Yeah,
we ate at 2 places.
Yeah,
and we were full of wine.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember. Had we already had sex and I get in the tub, or it's like we're supposed to like this is like a bit of foreplay situation.
I think it was.
It was supposed to be like.
No, it was tub first. Then
we were like, yeah,
because I was in the tub for a while you were recovering.
Yeah, because it was like some just trying to like really set the mood. But I get in the tub and I immediately get way too hot, and it's like wine hot meets nuclear tub hot.
And you didn't know that I set the temperature to 85.
And then I get out and I'm like trying to lay on this bed and I'm like sweating my ass off. I'm not feeling well. I'm in no mood. And I literally almost got sick until you came out and you were like, I have the fire. It's like, it's 90 degrees in here.
It's like, why is this so hot? Oh, I have the fireplace on. And
Josh is using all the electricity and he's trying to
trying to get one over on these guys.
Yeah. Midwestern at heart, truly.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes me different from other people you've been with?
Aside from that ass.
Oh.
Probably just the ability to, and your understanding around your feelings and my feelings as well. That's probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, I know you have feelings.
Yeah, that and being able to see them as what they are, and not take them for like what emotion might be conveyed at that.
Oh yeah.
Specific moment.
Yeah,
you know, okay, you're pissed, but why?
Yeah.
All right, you're anxious or you're down. And you're not talking to me. Why? What's going on? So probably that.
So being understanding.
Yes, being understanding. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Which love song best or regular song best describes our relationship to you?
A regular song?
Any type of song. It could be a love song. Like what song
The Best
Do you
Part
hear-
by Her is our song
that's
for
a
me.
jam. It's a good song.
Makes me want to sing it. But
Give us a note.
You don't know, babe,
Yes.
when you hold me. That one. And kiss me slowly. It's the sweetest thing.
It's a good one.
It's a very good song. We'll dance to it at our wedding one day. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. So good. Okay. This is a great one. What do you believe in despite having no proof of it?
Oh, so many things. Where do you want me to start?
I mean,
We can start from inside the earth and work our way out.
yes, please. Let's start from inside.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth. What about it?
We'll start there. There's
Okay.
a full environment inside Earth.
And
where
you got that
things
information
live.
from King Kong.
King Kong.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, maybe even. Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings.
Middle Earth is not in the core of the Earth, and
But still, same difference.
Okay.
Yeah, so Middle Earth.
so you believe in that.
Yeah, and I think that, there's
What lives
cave
there?
system. Oh, it's a utopia paradise.
Okay, and the lizard people live there.
I don't think so. I think it's more of just like a untapped nature
Why?
environment. Wait, what was the question again?
What do you believe in despite having no proof of it?
I have no proof.
exactly.
Why are you asking me why?
Okay.
I have no
exactly.
idea.
I mean, I didn't know if you watch some sort of like Twitter thread.
No, I have zero proof of this.
Okay, keep going. So we're in Earth.
Then we
On
move
Earth?
on Earth. Lizard people.
Mm.
I think that certain aliens might come down and disguise themselves as like the cream of the crop, best like athletes, most famous people, just to have that thrill of being that person.
Mm-hmm.
Really for no other reason than to be like the best of the best at something. Like LeBron, alien. Cristiano Ronaldo, alien. Like Beyonce, probably an alien.
So maybe everyone that would be in the Illuminati is an alien.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I use alien loosely, like not little green men. Just
No, just the extraterrestrial.
Like this is just like a little side quest for them.
Mm-mm.
Like they want to come live a quick life and have some
Okay.
fun on Earth.
Earth is not that fun from my.
Well, if
perspective.
you're LeBron, I'm sure it's awesome. Maybe Drake is an alien,
okay,
probably.
maybe
Rihanna, not.
no, she's for
She's
real.
real
Yeah,
as hell.
and you.
And I hear she smells wonderful.
Okay,
Moving outside of space. Or no, we'll stay on
Into
Earth.
space.
We'll stay on
Oh,
Earth.
fair.
The simulation.
oh yeah.
We live in a simulation. Nothing matters, and that's kind of just the core of it.
Yeah, and that
Like,
doesn't
it's
get
just
you spiraling into.
zeros and ones. We're all just computer data.
Okay.
And then moving off Earth.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say like UFOs because I have seen UFOs.
And you have proof of them?
I don't have proof of them, but I've
See?
seen them. Space is cold.
What?
Space is hot. Space is cold. It's one of them.
Uh
We'll
huh.
cut this part.
I feel like space is cold.
The
Didn't you watch the Magic School Bus episode?
I'm sorry, no.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
I did not. No.
Okay, well, space is cold. I don't think that's dispute. Can't they test that?
Space is cold. It's a part of my take bit.
Oh,
But
Okay.
it's like space. The closer you get to the sun, the hotter it gets. But space is cold, and like mountaintops are cold. But like if you're getting closer to the sun, shouldn't it be hotter? So like, how is the space outside of the sun like cold?
so you're saying space should be hot?
Yes, and the mountaintops should not have snow on them.
I don't like that.
Yeah, let's not think too much about that.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You're welcome.
Okay, your turn.
If you were given $1 million that you had to spend in 1 week,
Oof.
how would you spend it?
House
Sure.
paid for.
Yeah.
Probably if I needed to upgrade my car and get us set up. Retirement. Also, like, about
Don't
$1
be
million.
boring. You have 1 week to live and you get $1 million.
I have 1 week to live.
I just put in that stipulation, but
go to Dubai.
Okay.
And then
now we're talking.
And then open cash flow.
You're just dropping dollars.
If I have a week to live, I think that's where expensive things go.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Yeah.
That's where the simulation's based.
Yeah.
So I think that's where you go. Like, buy a yacht, maybe. Yeah, I get boat sick.
Then no, probably buying a yacht would be out.
But I could.
You could.
I don't like the week to live stipulation because I really think,
okay,
like, if I had $1 million, I could really set myself up pretty well. And I think that would take a lot of stress off of me in my life.
Okay.
So I would just want to get.
Sorry for putting that anxiety on you.
What would you do?
Me?
Yeah.
If I had $1 million?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the week to live situation or
no?
forever?
That's a terrible thing.
I don't know. I'd probably buy some type of high-end sports car.
Okay.
Like this, I would probably buy a Skyline.
Chili?
Nope.
Oh.
Nissan. Close enough.
I thought you wanted to buy.
I would buy Skyline Chili and shut it the fuck down because that place sucks. But probably, yeah. I mean, they put fucking cheese on spaghetti.
Big belly laughing now.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I never belly laugh at myself.
It was my bit. Skyline chili.
Yeah, fair.
That's funny, babe.
You're funny. I'm sorry for not giving you a belly laugh. I should give you a belly laugh more.
Roast your mom. Then you'd laugh.
No, I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't.
We would get
I would
defensive.
never speak ill of Danielle. We get divorced. We ain't even married. Okay. So you buy a Nissan Skyline, not a Skyline chili?
Yeah, that would be about $100,000. Probably a house. That's a boring move. Let's say 400 or 500 there. Then you got another 4 to blow. I'm going to the casino.
Don't blow. Let's set it away for our children, for our futures.
You can't set it away. You have to spend it.
Well, I would
spend
it at the bank and put it in a fund.
This is not how this hypothetical works. You have to buy fun things, cool things. Yeah, things for yourself that you would enjoy.
Flights, places.
That's actually, you could do that, I think, in the rules.
Yeah.
You could, like, set out vacations.
Skyline chili. I'll never forget that. Okay. This is my last one for you. What do you wish you could go back and tell yourself 10 years ago? 18-year-old Josh.
Ooh, 18-year-old Josh. Are we worried about the butterfly effect?
No.
Okay.
You're never worried about the butterfly effect in those situations.
Okay, I think you have to worry about the butterfly effect in any time traveling situation, but
okay.
I would tell myself, hey, things are gonna suck for a lot longer. You got yourself another 8 or 9 years before things really start turning around for you.
Yeah.
Let's not go as heavy as we do during our festival summer.
Okay.
Let's maybe take a couple nights off. I'd probably also tell myself that, to touch on what I talked about just a second ago, like, things are going to get better. Like,
yeah.
What
at 18 years old, what were you worried about?
Oh, I wasn't worried about anything.
Okay.
At 18, I was young, wild, and free.
Okay. All right. To end us out, we have 2 sweet ones. Okay. What is your favorite way to cheer me up?
My favorite way to cheer you up is through probably like physical affection, because that's what you like the most. So stooping to what you like and
stooping to my level,
stooping down to your level where you like to actually have physical affection is where I'll go. That and just making you laugh, because I think that helps a lot. And also when cheering you up, it might not be just like an A to B straight line. So there's some things that you're gonna have to work through, that you're dealing with. So it's not gonna be just like, okay, I'm gonna tell you a funny joke and you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's like a conversation and then ending almost with a funny joke, or having a serious conversation and then kind of going into like a laugh.
You cater to my needs.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. And what is one reason why you think that I am a good partner / match for you?
Your degree in conflict management.
That is the one reason.
But seriously,
so anyone in my program would be a good match for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Just how much you love just helping me and helping people. It's in your nature to nurture, and that's what I think I love the most about you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You like my nature to nurture you?
I love it, yes. Because I need nurtured.
But apparently not touched.
Not touched. I need nurtured from a distance.
Is that true, babe?
What?
You don't like to be touched?
I love to be touched. You know that. But you catch me in the morning if I've slept on the wrong side of the bed. I'm an evil person.
You've worked on it though.
Yeah.
Because I got no tolerance for that shit.
I know.
I will not make you coffee if you do me dirty.
I gotta be right in the mornings.
You gotta come right.
Yeah.
You gotta come right. You gotta come sweet.
That's true. And sometimes I come sour. And friggin' Sour Patch Kid. Yeah.
Then you're gone. Joshua, I love you.
I love you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Thanks.
I am very grateful for our relationship. I've said this before, but I think it is my hope for every single person that they can be in a relationship where they have our amount of honesty and communication, because I don't know if people be out here doing it without it.
We've seen some bad ones.
We have seen some really bad ones.
Yeah.
And I am proud of us for getting through the hard shit, getting through my divorce. Thank you for sticking around.
You're welcome.
You didn't have to.
I did not.
But you did.
I did. Girls were throwing themselves at me.
Were they?
No. No.
But I did.
You did.
On a park bench.
Yep. And then you stuck around, so.
I did. I will always stick around with you, okay?
I appreciate that.
I love you and I like you.
I like you and I love you.
I'll always be here for you. I hope you keep coming on my podcast.
Oh, I'll keep coming on your podcast.
Okay. on that, I apologize. As long as you don't keep coming on my... Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening to this episode while Jess is on her anniversary trip. It's been real. It's been fun. And I love you. Josh, how do you feel about the listeners?
Love y'all. Jess and Joe, hope you're having a great time.
Have a wonderful weekend. We out.
Peace.